Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Days Gone Horde series video where I focus all my attention on one specific horde. And on this video, it is the infamous Sawmill Horde that gets my full attention. Right then, the Sawmill Horde is a whopping 500 strong. They reside in the southeast area of the Lost Lake region, and they are actually just to the southeast of the Lost Lake camp, so you don't have very far to find them once you arrive at Lost Lake. Now, also worth knowing that this horde is pretty much available to take on as soon as you reach the Lost Lake region. Now, this horde is also a mission horde. You are expected to take them out at the end of the game, but very similar to the Iron Butte horde, you can take them out early if you wish to do so. But do be aware that if you do take them on early, you will get no notification whatsoever when you take out their entire numbers. Now, here is where the Sawmill Horde is located. The area that is highlighted there, that is the only area that you will ever find this horde. They don't go very far away from the main sawmill building. And before I get to the action, it's worth knowing there are no less than 11 easy kill areas for this horde, so this is going to be fun. Right then, as always I like to start with a conventional method, and this one will take place during the daytime. Now, here's how this run is going to go down. I'm basically looking first of all to head over between these two towers over here, and the fact that I have to climb to get onto this platform means that the horde is going to have to climb to get onto this platform, so it basically gives me more time. So I'm looking at that entry point there to hit them hard with gunplay. And I like to start with the SMP9 because it is exceptionally quick at reloading. So you do manage to take out a lot of freakers. Once they get near my position, that's it. I'm looking at one napalm Molotov. That'll do nicely there because they're congregated very well now. And then I'm off. From here, I'm looking to head up onto this section, and I ideally want about 3 grenades in play here. There we go. The first 2 were pretty effective, the third not so much, but that's okay. Now at this point I'm purposefully waiting over here for a good reason, because I'm trying to entice as many of the freakers as possible before placing that attractor. That way you ensure you just get a few more heading over to that section. And from here, once I'm on the roof, yep, then I'm going to hit the gas tank. After this, I'm looking at any fast-firing weapon. I have a Chicago chopper, but whatever you have that is fast-firing will work. So I'm getting one more grenade into the mix here, and then I'm hitting them hard. And the beauty of this spot here is it is so easy to defend. Just making sure they don't get onto the roof section. Basically, once I have to reload, that's my cue to move. So I'm off there, using that wood trap. And from here, although the wood trap isn't killing many when it's dropping because the freakers are well behind me, it slows them down so much that I can just hit them hard with gunplay. And it's rinse and repeat here. Got the time to reload the weapon, get that wood trap down, and then again, more gunplay. And this will significantly reduce some numbers. I can see on the minimap that red is starting to get right at me there, so I knew there was freakers nearby, and that's it, I'm moving again. And the last area that I'm now heading to is one of the best spots in the sawmill. And this particular section features prominently on a good number of my runs, and for good reason. Deacon has to climb a long way to get to the top. That means the freakers also have to do the same, and they're nowhere near as quick as Deacon. But at this point I'm just looking to get an attractor into play. It'll just punch them very nicely. The first napalm Molotov will do a lot of damage. The second one I'm just throwing just for the hell of it. It will slow them down, but at this point now, it is just quite simply finishing off the last of them with gunplay. And this won't take long from here. And I'm sure you'll all agree that is a pretty safe way of taking out this horde. 500 strong, and there we go. Because I'm actually taking on this horde when I'm supposed to, I get the screen prompt there, fill truck with creosote. And that is it. That is the conventional method, done and dusted. Right then, the next run method I like to call the bridge method, and for obvious reasons. And this one also takes place during the daytime. albeit a very piss poor day. It's actually snowing right now, but never mind, it doesn't matter. It's all good. So, from here, I'm heading over to this section, and the bike is very important. It is going to play a prominent part in this. Now, a lot of people will immediately be thinking, what the hell, Boris? That bike isn't going to bloody slow down a 500 strong horde. Well, once the setup's in play, it's designed to stop small numbers. And I'm going to ensure that the numbers when they get over to that bike are going to be small. Starting off by using some remote bombs, and I'm purposefully placing them just with the gaps in the planks here. The bridge actually does a very good job of marking where you actually need to have these remote bombs, and they will all be effective if you place them out in that sort of a fashion. I have tested this beforehand just to make sure. So I'm creating a few more remote bombs. There we go. So that is 9 in total. And the last section, I'm going to very purposefully use proximity bombs. So basically, when the horde finally gets to the very end there, they will trigger their proximity bombs, and that entire bridge is going to blow. And from there, it will become a much easier job, especially as the SAWMILL HORDE is notorious for basically coming in 2 waves when you take them away from the main sawmill area. So, again, I'm looking at the point of attack being right over here. The same reason as before with the first run, it just gives you a little bit of extra safety. The horde will have to climb to get to this position. So I'm just looking to take out as many of their numbers as I can with gunplay right now. And very similar to the first run, when they get close to my position, that's it, I will move. But I won't be bothering with any throwables on this occasion. Now, yeah, I'm just going to get a health cocktail for the hell of it. But I'm looking to get onto this building here, and it's for one purpose only. I'm just looking to try and basically punch the horde. Because from here, I'm heading over this way, and very important to do a dive roll here so that you take minimal damage. And from here, I'm just checking to see if any of them come over. Normally you don't get any of the freakers at all, but you sometimes get one, so that's why I was checking. From here, yeah, I'm going to get a few shots off while they're heading over to this position. And then, that's it, I'm off. I want over to the other side, and while they're heading over to my position, I'm going to go to town with them with gunplay. By the time they eventually get over here, I will have taken out a great deal of them. And then they're in for one hell of a shot. So, focus cocktail at this point will do a good job. I don't often use it, but on this horde, yeah, they do have their uses. So very nice. I'm keeping them under control at this point. Yep, here it goes. And I am keeping a safe distance here. As you can see, all of a sudden, that took out virtually all of them that were on the bridge. There wasn't very many that actually survived that. So here we go. Here comes the next lot, and all of a sudden now, because they are in much smaller numbers, yes, that bike is doing a fantastic job. And there are a few that are on the outside of this bridge section here. Amazingly, despite all of the explosives that were on that bridge, it is still intact. But I'm good with that, because this bridge does such a good job because it funnels the horde towards you. They have no way of flanking you, certainly not from this bridge section. Any attempts at flanking you will always come from the right here, so you just have to have your wits about you while you're taking them out. Every time when you start to see the red circle in the minimap get right in the centre, you know you've got company. So you need to move quickly. So, and here we go, there's more of them. There's not that many of them, very manageable. And bloody hell. They came out of nowhere there, but again, not a problem. Yeah, one or two. And as you can see now, I do have the luxury, because I am taking out this horde when I'm supposed to, when the mission presents itself. I have the luxury of that red bar in the top center of the screen, which shows me basically the percentage of their numbers that are left. So you will be lucky right now if I have 100 freakers left to take out. So it's just going to be rinse and repeat. And whoa, do you know what? Here we go. They're so keen to see me that they're flipping already moving. Very nice. No problem. At this point, it's just a case of, yep, again, try and take out a few of their numbers before they get to the bridge. And then I'm going to move to the other end. But this will be a far easier affair. I'm actually going to try and take them out basically while moving back, because their numbers now aren't that great. And to finally take care of the last ones, there is another area that I'm going to take them to. It's actually just outside the boundaries that they're prepared to chase you with. But because this is the very end of the horde, they will chase you to this position. So again, they're having to climb to get over to me. And this particular vehicle here is fantastic because there is only one way that they're going to attack you from, and that's from the front section. And that was close there. I just about took a hit, but no problem. Just about done now at this point. And there's one of them that just took a flipping jump off the flipping bridge, but that's okay. And there we go. I've got my confirmation. Full truck with creosote. That is the Sawmill Horde taken care of. So at this point, all I have to do now is head over to the area in the sawmill. And obviously collect all the freaker ears. But there we go. That is the bridge method. Done and dusted. Okay, on to the next one, folks. Right then, on to the next method, which is what I like to call the tunnel method, and for obvious reasons. This method takes full advantage of the tunnel that I am basically beside right now. Now, for this run, I'm not looking to place any remote bombs or explosives like proximity bombs in this tunnel. I'm simply using this tunnel to funnel the horde through to the other side. And I'm wanting to get the bike in play again. It does form a nice barrier. There's enough room there that I can comfortably get past. And by the time the horde gets to that position, they will basically be in small enough numbers that that barrier there will do a fantastic job. And you'll see exactly what I mean as this run plays out. So to start with, I'm looking at my go-to position to get the ball rolling here. Right in between these two, well, same before towers, I'm assuming they're water towers. But at this point, again, it's just gunplay from a distance, nice and safe. And again with the SMP9, quick as hell to reload. And when I get the numbers over here, I am going to get a napalm Molotov into play. Yep, that'll do nicely. From here, I'm looking to head over to this section here. And I'm just going to work right along it with napalm Molotovs, just creating a big wall of fire here. Take out as many of them as I can, and then I'm off very quickly. Now, I want the Chicago Chopper in play, but first of all, I want a focus cocktail. And I'm not going to engage them until I am into this tunnel, because that way, then I can see exactly where they all are. There's no flanking me when they're coming to this tunnel. I know exactly where they all are, and they're going to get it. So that's grand. As soon as I have to reload, no problem. I'm running just to get a bit more distance, and then back to the job in hand. And I know that the room that I've got to get past this bike is to my left here, and that's it. Once I'm past the bike, that's it. I'm just taking the time to move over to my right. And as you can see there, how good a job does that do? The Chicago chopper does take an awful lot longer to reload than the SMP9, so the fact that I had to do that there and I still managed to do it comfortably, it just shows you what a good job that the bike does when it's parked where it is. And at this point, all of the horde that were heading back towards the sawmill, yeah, I'm just going to take them out nice and easy. Okay, now that part one of this method is taken care of, before I head back to get the remainder of this horde, I'm just going to take the time to use the saddle bag at the back of the bike to reload on the ammunition. Although it's overkill because I didn't even use the RPD there, I do like using the Chicago chopper when taking the horde out like this. So it's now just a case of rinse and repeat. So I'm heading back over to my normal spot, and if I'm lucky there'll be quite a few of them still out. Oh yes, very nice. Here we go. Again, this run really is all about safety. There's nothing ridiculously fancy about it. It is just another tried and tested method that I like to use. So again, I've got the numbers here, so I'm going to hit them with another napalm Molotov. Then I'm heading up here, and this is overkill because I could just wait until they basically all head towards the tunnel section, take them out there, but the napalm Molotovs do a very nice job. But I did start to get a little bit of attention there, so that's it, I'm moving. And I don't have that much of the horde left. Again, I'm waiting until I'm basically inside the tunnel section, and then they're getting it. Yeah, they're doing a very good job with their acrobatics, the horde there. A few of them trying some backflips and whatnot. It's always nice to see. And this horde is just about done. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. Another fantastic way of taking out this horde safely. Okay, on to the high point method, and this takes place during the daytime. Now, there's not much in the way of a setup to get this going. It's really all about the attack point that works for this particular method. This is an area that you will see in a number of videos. It is so good that it is employed a lot. But for this one especially, I'm starting the attack here, because from here I can rain down terror on this lot, and for quite some time. So I start off by getting their attention, then immediately I want an attractor in play. That is simply to hold them up. From here, the first napalm Molotov is going right there. That is a fantastic area to hit them because they are congregating so well. Plus, again, it slows them down. By the time that stops, yep, now they're coming in big numbers. And I'm just going to hit them hard with grenades and pipe bombs. I will significantly reduce their numbers here. A little bit of gunplay as well, just for a bit of control for any of the odd freakers that are getting to my position a little bit quicker than I would like. And I like to use the SMP again. I've stated this time and time again, but the reload speed of this weapon makes it a go-to weapon when you're dealing with the SAWMILL HORDE. See here, I'm even taking the time just to use the focus to give me a little bit of an edge. Just one napalm Molotov at that point, and then I'm moving. So as you can see already, that's well over half the numbers taken care of. From here, just going to employ a little bit of gunplay using these log sections. There's two of them I always like to use. In fact, they do basically congregate so nicely that I'm going to hit them with a napalm Molotov there. And then I'm basically looking to head over to this section, and this is just to give myself some room to get back over to my initial attack point. Yep, now that I've got them, now I'm going to hit the afterburner here. Just go for it. Very nice, very safe. Now I'm going to climb to the top here, and then, yeah, no surprise they're going to get it with a napalm Molotov, because look at how well congregated they now are below me. Another two here. And then, yeah, just going to finish them off now. I'll take wrong for up here. Yeah, just going to get the Chicago chopper out. This will do a good job. Ah, oh, bloody cheeky bugger, I've actually taken a hit. Never mind. They're virtually all taken care of now, so... And there we go. They are all now taken care of, well, with the exception of that one down there, but it's a freaker that's not part of the Sawmill Horde, just one that decided to join the party. Bloody hell, he's an awkward bugger or not. But there we go. That is it. Job done. Another method that is worth giving a go, folks. Right then, finally on to the first easy kill location. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is the first of 11 easy kill locations that I'm going to show. And they all take place during the daytime, so that's worth noting right now. Now, the first one that I'm going to show, I still consider to be the best of the lot. Although there are some others that are going to give this one some competition, but you'll see those later. This one basically just starts with getting the Horde's attention. Once I have their attention, I'm heading to the right of that tunnel section. Once I get to the top of the hill here, I have got the time to stop the bike, turn it around, and head up this rock face right here. And basically, once I get to the top here, I'm just going to head over to this section of the rock here, because you get a fantastic line of sight. And from here, I'm just going to go to town on the board. They basically come up in two sections, but you can take out the entire horde from here, and I will show exactly how that is done. So right now, yep, they're still coming up the hill, so I'm going to take advantage of this line of sight. Now I'm just going to hit them with a bit of gunplay, and then of course they're congregated so well there. Yeah, it's napalm time. And again, a little bit more gunplay just for the hell of it. Now, this is how you make sure that you get the rest of the horde coming to this location. Because if you don't do this next part, you simply will have to leave this rock face section and go down and entice the rest of the horde. But this is how it's done. I head over to here, this point here, and then I very slowly start heading down this rock section. You have to do it a bit at a time, because obviously you don't want to be coming off the rock face here, because if you do, that's it, your run is fucked. But you know when you're at the right spot, you get down low enough, and then all of a sudden the horde see you, and they come over to your position and they congregate very well below you. Now, I do have the luxury of survival vision, so I'm just checking right now to see where the rest of the horde is. I'm getting one or two runners coming up right now, so that's fine. I'll just take them out with a bit of gunplay while I'm waiting for the rest. Because rest assured, when you're here, they will come, and here we go. Now, I do want to be ready with the napalm molotovs, because they're going to get hit hard here. If you don't take care of them quickly here, yes, there is a possibility that they can get to your position. But if you keep them under control with the napalm molotovs, the job is a good one. Taking the time now to use a bit of gunplay here just to control them. Yeah, as long as you're on point where you're shooting, you'll get no bother. And yeah, now they're very manageable indeed from here, so it's more napalm molotovs. It's the biggest horde in the game, you might as well bloody use them on the biggest horde. Yeah, this just may take them all out right here. Let's see how I'm doing. Ah, one or two, so I will take the time to go into focus mode. And there we go, job done. Full truck with creosote, that is the notification telling me that I have completed the mission. And I have taken out this horde. Yep, a fantastic way to take out this horde, I'm sure you'll agree, folks. Okay, on to the next method. Right then, on to easy kill location number 2. And of all the easy kill locations that I'm going to show in this video, This one is by far the most well known. It has been shown on a great number of videos on YouTube by many people, and this is the only difference that I'm going to do to this particular method that most people will show you. The setup for this, I'm going to use the bike to get into position very quickly because it makes the job a very safe one. And get to that spot, you have the time to get up there, get to the top left of that wood trap, and then from here it's just all about control. If you have the use of napalm molotovs, which if you're taking out this horde at the time that you're supposed to, you most certainly will have napalm molotovs, use them. They are congregated so well below you that you will get a guaranteed 60 freaker kills every time. Also, a little bit of common sense here, but do not try to use grenades or pipe bombs when taking them out from here, because if you do, you will get hit by the blast. If you're lucky, you'll get knocked off backwards to the lower section, and then you'll just have to run away and get back to this position. If you're not so lucky, you'll go straight down into the horde, and that is you. Game over. As soon as you fall down into this lot, you don't have time to react. You're dead. But I'm just basically making sure that I control the numbers here, and as with most of the methods, you'll see that the SAWMILL Horde come at you in 2 waves. This is the second wave now, just making an appearance, so I've got, between 200 to 250 now, but at this point it's the bar at the top centre there is showing me basically the percentage of the horde that I have left. And this won't take long enough from. Again, more gunplay. I will go with more molotovs.
Oh yeah.
And just make sure when you're using napalm molotovs that you do have a good supply of medkits as well, should you need them. I've not taken that much damage at the moment, but there are some of the easy kill locations that I show later that you most certainly do require medkits, so just be aware of that if you're using these methods. And yeah, I am actually starting to take a bit of damage now with these napalm molotovs, but it's all good. There's virtually nothing left of this horde right now. And yeah, that is complete overkill there, but I don't care. Yeah, I am taking the time to restore a bit of health again. And what have we got? Yeah, at this point I'm just going to slow it down in the focus mode, and that will get the job done. Very nice indeed. Okay, there's a couple over there. Might as well take them out as well. Extra free careers always helps the cause. And the bike should be around here. Yeah, has been moved a touch, but that's understandable given the amount of freakers that were heading to my position. On to the next run, folks. Okay, on to easy kill location number 3, and this one will be known to very many people because this is one of the most commonly seen kill locations on the internet. Now, there are 2 ways in which you can go about this. You can either start very close to the kill location itself and lure the horde over, but it will take a lot longer to do. Or you can do it like this. I prefer just to get their attention, make sure I have good numbers running, and I will eventually get them over to my position, and a damn sight quicker as well. So at this point, I know I've got their attention. Right now I've got that gas tank there. I will take that freaker out, but yeah, I'm going to hit that one there, and it's just purely for the noise. I'm not bothered about killing too many freakers because once I get to this position, it's all going to be good enemies. So I've made sure to place down an attractor, and this is just to give me time to get to this spot, because you have to take your time there and then move slowly up this way, and I'm actually panning the camera back for a good reason. Just keep inching forward there. When you start to see the horde starting to come back off that section, you know you're pretty much in the right place. I can go forward a bit more. Yeah, you can see them all just coming off and heading back over this way. And that's it. Once they're over here, If you have napalm Molotovs, you are golden. Just give them hell. It is worth knowing, you can also use grenades and pipe bombs here, but if you are planning on using those, I do recommend that you kneel down first before starting to throw them off. You do have a little bit of protection because you are at a good height advantage here, but you're not completely immune to being hit by a grenade or pipe bomb blast, so do bear that in mind if you are using those. I am at the stage where I am taking this horde on at the time where I'm supposed to be, which is the mission near the very end of the game, so I will always have napalm Molotovs in my possession, but obviously a lot of people who may wish to take this horde on sooner won't have that luxury. But at the same time, because they congregate so well below you, God, you could just take them out with gunplay. If you've got two semi-decent fast-firing weapons, you can make pretty light work of this horde when they're just congregated below you like this. So at this point now, I'm just making sure to get a few more napalm Molotovs at the ready, and this is the horde coming over in its second wave, basically, because the SAWMILL Horde is pretty famous for this, where you will get so many of the numbers and then you get the rest of them coming after you. So now this shouldn't take too long at all. And I do have the luxury of a bar at the top there because I'm taking them on when I'm supposed to. I can see exactly what I've got left to take on. Right now I've got less than 100 guaranteed. So yep, another napalm Molotov, why not? And this should be a pretty much done deal very soon. Yeah, what the hell. That one was maybe overkill. I could probably have just used some normal Molotovs at that point. But there we go. I've got the prompt on screen there, full truck with creosote. That is telling me I have taken out the entire horde. Okay, on to the next method. Right then, on to easy kill location number 4, and this is one of my favourites. And a good method has actually just got even easier because there is one or two differences I'm going to show compared to how I've done this one in the past. And it's all to do with getting onto the rock section. And it's that rock right there. And in the past, I did show a way to get onto the rock which was far more difficult than this. If you approach the rock from that side, that is how easy it is, folks. So, with that in mind now, I don't even need to bother with having the bike lined up, ready for Deacon to run back and then get on the bike quickly and then eventually go into the rock. Now I have the luxury of being able to take the bike down with me because the way in which to get onto that rock section is so much easier. So I'm just heading down here, just making sure to get the horde's attention. Yeah, I'll take out one or two of them while I'm here, why not? But from here, that's it, I'm off. And I know now I've got their full attention. They will all be coming up to this position. That is not an issue. But because I'm using the bike, I've got the luxury of being able to take my time and then just very slowly up here. I'll move it along a bit because I want that section of rock right there nice and clear of the bike. And here we've got something else that you will notice as this run goes on. You do have fantastic control over this horde. If you start moving to other parts of the rock, the horde will follow you. But let's be honest, I want them right here. So they're just going to get hot. So they're just going to get hit hard with napalm Molotovs, and of course a little bit of gunplay as well, because I do want to make sure that I don't get any visitors onto this rock section. And it is possible. Their numbers are large enough that they can get up there if you're not careful, but here's what I was talking about before. Just want to move them over a touch over this side here, why not? It's all good. I am going to move them back over the other side. You do have a slightly better height advantage here. And here we go, here comes the second part of the SAWMILL Horde. And yeah, you have so many options in how to take out the horde here, but it is one of the safest ways to do it. And now that I have a far better way of accessing this rock section, it is by far now one of the safest. So yeah, I'll just let them congregate a bit more, and then yeah, here we go. I've got less than half of the horde in order to take out now, so this should hopefully be about another 3 Molotovs, and we'll take care of most of them. Yeah. If you are in spots like this where you're taking them out with napalm Molotovs, do make sure you have 1 or 2 medkits and bandages, because you will take some damage. There's no two ways about it. You're so close to the action that invariably you're going to take some flame damage for sure. But now this horde is at the very manageable stage, and yeah, they're going to get another napalm Molotov here. I'm not messing about with this lot. There's a hell of a lot of easy kill locations I've still to show, so if I can speed it up a wee touch, yes, I'm going to do that. But right now, because our numbers are so few, I'm going to bring them right over here. Very handy, because you are very close to them. And there we go. That is it. The job is done. I've got the prompt on screen. Fill the truck with creosote, so I can just get back on the bike, then get off it. No problem. Job done. Right then, folks, on to the next easy kill location. Right then, on to easy kill location number 5, and well, if I can call it an easy kill location. Just wait till you see this one, folks. There are some of yous that may attempt this, and you will start asking yourself, what is the definition of insanity? Because trying to get this one set up can bring that on. I'm not shitting you, but this is how it's going to go down. It's all to do with that vehicle right there. Now, I'm looking to reverse up it. Yeah, it is possible to do. The last part of it is tricky, though. It really is quite temperamental when trying to get the bike onto this top section. But that is where you need to get the bike onto. And on this attempt, I actually do quite well. In a few practice runs that I was doing of this location, yeah, I had some times where I really did struggle with the bike, so I don't expect that many people to try this. But here is the beauty of when you finally get the bike there. Now, look at that area right there. That is going to be pivotal for a couple of reasons, because the horde take a very unusual route in order to get to that section, because that's where they're all going to try and get you. But not only that, they're actually penned in so well there that you do have an awful lot of protection. Just wait till you see how this goes down. The hardest part of this by far is just getting the bike set up, but once the bike is up there, I did show as well that by using the square button, which I think is what you use to get back on the bike with Deacon, you can get back on the bike even when you're on the ground there. So it's just a case of heading over here now, getting the horde's attention, and then bringing them over to the nearer side. And worth knowing, this is one of 2 methods that I am going to be showing that involve the nearer side. The second one, when you see it, I'm not exaggerating, is a work of art. This one is by far the more problematic one, but it's still worth showing. It really is. If you get the bike positioning right, it's all good. So the horde aren't very far behind me here, but just watch what happens. I go over to the end there, very near the saddlebag of the bike, and they all of a sudden they head over to the building, which is very handy because you can hit them with grenades here. And then when they get on the other side, just make sure that you're on point with the gunfire. But if you are, look at this. It just basically pens them in very nicely there. Yep, do not even attempt any grenades, but napalm Molotovs, they're all good. And I will eventually start to get the second wave coming over. I think this is still the first wave of the SAWMILL horde, but rest assured, they will all come over here. And it's also worth knowing that later on in this video, I do show another method, which is a little bit further away from here, but has one of these vehicles very nearby. I do not use it in any way, shape or form because it is freaking dangerous. You do not have the luxury and protection that this location here offers you. It is insanely good. I mean, look at this. This is just... the bodies are piling, and I do have to start to think about making sure that that pile doesn't get any bigger. And this is another way that you can improve your chances here. When you move along this section here, you have the luxury of being able to control the horde to a degree. I'm not going to stay here for that long because you are more at risk. You ideally want them over in the other section where they're penned in. So I'm going to get another napalm Molotov into play here, and then I'm going to be looking to move Deacon. But I will get a little bit more gunplay in first. Right then, at this point I'm really going to have to start to think about moving them a touch. So back over here, and oh wow, this is actually a little bit unusual. There is such a wall of freakers there that they're actually struggling to get back over there, but never mind, that's all good. More napalm Molotovs and more gunplay, but saying that, now I've got most of this horde taken out anyway, so yeah. In fact, there's so few of them now, it is just going to be gunplay. This won't take long from here. There we go, case in point. That is it. Any of the freakers that are left now, they're certainly not part of the SAWMILL Horde because I have them taken out. Okay, the last part of this very unusual method is getting the bike off, and I was bloody lucky I didn't kill Deacon there with that one, but anyways, job done. On to the next kill location. Okay, after the craziness of easy kill location number 5 comes the very calm and serene method of easy kill location number 6, because this one is a beauty. This is one of my favourites. It's very similar to the easy kill location number 1 that I show at the very start, but the only difference with this one is, apart from the location obviously, is that you will have to make 2 trips in order to get the entire SAWMILL Horde to this location. But this is a fantastic way to take out this horde. You have so many options, and also I have to give a big shout out to the gent that actually discovered this location, and that is Le Petit Oiseau. I will apologise, friend, if I have mispronounced your name, because my French is bloody awful. I did take it at school, I just wasn't very good at it. Anyways, this is where you need to go to get the job started. Basically just have to ride the bike up that section, and look at this. You've got a fantastic ledge area up here that was, if I didn't know any better, I would say Ben Studio put it in just purposefully to take out the SAWMILL Horde. It's that fucking good. So you do have a little bit of control over the horde, because if you do go to other sections, they will to a degree start to follow you, but I always like to start by taking them out at this point here, because they're just set up so well for gunplay. There's very little danger here because the terrain is sloping away from them. They are constantly struggling to get anywhere near to my position here. So as you can see, I've not used a single explosive yet, and I've already taken out half the numbers. So I'm just going to keep on at them here like this until I've got this first wave taken care of, because as you'll probably get sick of hearing me saying throughout this entire video, they do always come in 2 waves. And if you're actually running about the sawmill, you don't notice it so much, because eventually when the second wave triggers, you still have other ones that you're taking care of from the first, so you never really notice it. But when you're taking out this horde from these easy kill locations, yes, it becomes very evident indeed. So now I'm going to start to use some explosives. And the good news here is You can use whatever the hell you like. You are so high up here, you don't even have to crouch. And yeah, that is the first wave pretty much done, dusted. Albeit a very large section of the Sawmill Horde. That is well over half the numbers. So that was a good start. So it's just a case of heading back over, just getting their attention with the SMP-9, and then heading back and finishing the job. It's as simple as that. So, where are they? Yeah, there they are.
Another bounty.
So, I just take the time to make sure that my bike is facing the right way. Truth be told, I could be facing the other way. It wouldn't matter as long as I give myself enough time to safely get away from the remaining horde. Then it's all good. Yeah. At this point, oh holy shit! We've got a bear in the mix. This could make things interesting, to say the least. Yeah, I'm just going to head up here and then I'll watch the action from up here and see what they're going to do to that bloody bear, because that thing is that bear's in trouble. No two fucking ways about it. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. That frickin' poor bear. It does not stand a chance. Yep, I think they got it. Now at this point I purposely head over to this section of the rock. Just again to show the control that you have over this horde when you're in this location. And yeah, now I'm going to speed things up. Just napalm molotovs. When they're congregated like this so well below you, it's really just the obvious choice. And as I said before, there's still a lot of easy kill locations to show, so... Yep. That poor bear is most definitely dead now, because this is the rest of the horde now rejoining. But that seemed like an awful lot of them, given what I'm seeing from the bar at the very top centre of the screen there. But anyways, this is just about done. That last one there was overkill. I probably could have used a grenade there to get the job done. And there we go. The prompt is now on screen. Fill truck with creosote. That's it. Job done. Now, oh, wait a minute. Yep, someone else who decided to join the party. Now, it's not too difficult a task in order to get the bike back off this area, but if you're really worried about it, just access the map and choose to recover the bike. You always have that option, but in this case I didn't think it was necessary. Okay, on to the next kill location. Right then, on to easy kill location number 7. And this one is very similar to easy kill location number 5 in the fact that it is quite problematic in getting the setup ready for it. Not only that, I have to stress this one now, this one is not for the faint of heart. You do not have a fantastic height advantage with this one, so there is a risk of the horde getting to your position, or at least one or two of the freakers certainly can. But first of all, here is the setup, and you want the bike right about there. And when you come off, make sure that you've got the joypad to the right hand side when you're dismounting, basically so that you've got Deacon facing towards the bike. If you do that, you will stay on that ledge area every time. If you don't, you'll fall off. So that's a good tip to know, and that one is also applicable with easy kill location number 5 as well, folks. So bear that in mind when you're trying to get off that that vehicle for easy kill location number 5. But anyways, I've had to reposition Deacon just a touch with shoulder aiming, just to make sure that I can actually fire the weapon. And then from here, it's really all about horde control, because you do have to be on top of this horde when you're taking them out from this area. Because if you don't, yeah, it is actually quite easy to get overrun. So I'm going to get another attractor in play. That'll hopefully bring down some of the freakers that are basically to my left. Yeah, I'm getting some of them coming over, and you know what, I'm just going to go with the grenade there. And it's this lot here. This is eventually where all the problems are going to potentially come from. And you actually just seen there a moment ago, there was a freaker that actually did get to my position there, but ran straight off, thankfully. yeah, as it gets near the end of this run, it's imperative that you have control over the horde that is basically to the left of Deacon here. So now they're coming in good numbers, so that's grand. I can start to get some napalm molotovs into the mix. And not only that, I want gunplay, especially gunplay. Very handy in making sure that you don't get any unwanted visitors on this ledge. So again, they're actually starting to build up a little bit too quickly to the left here, so another napalm molotov does take the numbers down quickly. Gonna get another grenade out over there. You're effectively fighting two battles at this point. You've got this lot to deal with, and you've got the lot that are basically climbing up just over to my right. But at least now, their numbers are heavily depleted, so normally when I get to this stage, it's pretty much a done deal, because they don't have the numbers where they're going to give you major problems from here on in. There's one grenade over there, and then another napalm molotov here. And this should really get the numbers down to a stage where it should just become a cleaner job. And yeah, now I'm going with the SMP9 just purely because it is so quick to reload. And yeah, you've actually seen there another couple of freakers actually managed to get very close to me, but thankfully didn't do any damage. So what the hell, they are well congregated, so I'm just going with my final napalm molotov. Whatever's left here shouldn't be much. Yeah, in fact, yeah, I do have a couple down there, but they are just extras because the Sawmill Horde now is taken care of. So I'm just going to come off that position just to take out these last ones. Makes it so much easier. And holy shit, there's an animal there as well, so take care of that too. Okay, on to the next kill location. Right then, folks, on to easy kill location number 8. The batshit crazy alert that is on screen right now, I'm putting up for good reason because of all the easy kill locations. Holy fuck. If you want one that is going to genuinely test you, you'll find out just big your cojones are when you try this one, because this is by far the most ludicrous easy kill location of the lot. You don't have that much of a height advantage, and you've got this entire horde heading over this way with very little to slow them down. At least on the last easy kill location, they had an area to climb, so you could potentially take out a good few of the numbers. You don't have that luxury here. But what the hell, I'm going to show this one. And worth knowing, on a few attempts, this has ended very, very badly. So let's see how this one goes. So basically, I'm just looking to get the horde's attention, and not a problem. This is usually my go-to area for this. You know what the hell, I'll just fire off a napalm molotov there. They do congregate quite well down there. Yeah, just taking out a few of the numbers. I'm not going to get that many of them. But from here, I'm heading over to the kill location. Now, I want an attractor in place straight away, just to give me time to get to the location I need to be at, because I want to get on the bike, then get off the bike, and then hit them hard. Yep, I want another one there. Because once they all get over here in large numbers, holy shit, it's pretty fucking intense and full on. Here we fucking go. Come on. Try this one if you're feeling lucky. There's a lot of other easy kill locations that people will go to long before this one. It's like, fuck it, come on. Come over here if you're hard enough. They're fucking trying their damnedest, and I'm just hitting them with napalms, I'm just hitting them with gunplay, and I'm just hoping this plays out well. And believe it or not, right now this isn't too bad, but yeah, I've got more of them heading over. Here comes the second wave, so I do get a brief respite. And in all fairness, the first wave always tends to be the largest. when you get the second wave coming over, it's never like half the numbers. You're probably lucky if it's 150. So actually at this point this has gone ridiculously well. I do actually feel like I have a hint of control over this lot now. So get them. Christ, just as I say that, there was one that got very close. The Napalm Molotov did its job. That freaker did relent in the end up there. And what I'm looking at now. Yeah, I could come off this position at this point because the numbers now are very little. But you know what the hell? I'm staying here. I'm seeing this out for the end. Yep. And, they're doing their acrobatic shit again, the freakers. Always nice to see. They do like to put on a performance, especially the SAWMILL Horde. Might end up seeing this lot at the Olympics one day. Okay, anyways. Fucking hell, Boris, get a grip. How are we doing? Yeah, we don't have that many of them left now, so what the hell. Will this do it? It just might. Come on, where's the screen prompt? No, fucking still one or two here to take count. Yeah, I'll just go into focus mode. There we go. Victorious. Okay, although I call it an easy kill location, that is the batshit crazy way of taking out the SAWMILL Horde. Job done. Okay, on to the next easy kill location. Right then, on to easy kill location number 9. And after the craziness of easy kill location number 8, this method by comparison is beautiful. It really is. It is exceptionally safe. Quite a bit of intelligence goes into this one. And this method is that good that I actually released a standalone video last month on this one, where I go into a little bit more detail. But this is how it's going to go down. I basically need to get into the Nero site first of all, and it has to be in this particular section. So that is the jump area. And by the way, you can do it with any size of engine as long as you have nitros. This is the most important part here. In order to get onto that box right there, start with the accelerator. You don't have to be going quickly, but let go before you get to that box. The bike needs to be free-flowing when it gets to that box, and if you do that every single time, it will just bump up onto that box, and that is it ready to basically rock and roll for when I start this sequence off. And at this point, it will become very clear that I have not actually opened up this Nero site yet. So I have the luxury of, when I do start that generator, I'm going to create a lot of noise. And there are so many advantages to taking out the Horde using the Nero site like this. And I'll go into a little bit more detail of that later. But if you've already opened up the Nero site, don't worry about it. You can just run over, get their attention with some gunplay, and then run back over here, because the bike is already set up for a very quick getaway onto this tent section here. And you can either use the joystick and just walk up this part here, or use the accelerator. It doesn't matter either way. I like to make sure that the bike is parked on the right side of the tent area, just so that you can dismount off the bike nice and easy. And then from there, the speakers are doing their job. The entire Horde is coming over here. You do not have to head over there at any point in order to get their attention. The speakers just do a fantastic job. And at this point now, I'm looking to hit one or two of the items that I can use here. Yeah, the petrol can first, and then obviously the barrel. And now I'm just going to hit them hard here with grenades. Look at this, they just congregate so nicely. And yeah, what the hell, they're going to get a Napalm Molotov as well. And yeah, they're back with their gymnastics displays again. But there are so many advantages to taking out the Horde this way. The first is, look at the bloody line of sight that you have here. It is tremendous. Secondly, they congregate below you so well, and you have a lot of protection here. I'm going with napalms just to make the job a bit quicker, but you can actually use grenades here. You can use pipe bombs. I've never actually had a blast hit me yet, and oh, very nice. I have a screamer in the mix clearly, so I'm going to get a few more freakers out of this particular run here. if you do take on this horde at the very end of the game, yes, chances are you will get some screamers, reachers into the action, breakers even, and possibly some real nasty wildlife. If, however, you decide to take on this horde very early, which is never a bad option, you will not have to deal with that. You will simply have the 500 strong horde of the SAWMILL Horde. But the other beauty of taking out the horde like this is, basically, once I've taken out all the numbers, all of the speakers are highlighted on the minimap there, and I don't even need to go looking for them. They're clearly indicated on the minimap, so I can just go around, shoot them all off, or cut them down, whatever I like, nice and safely, and then open this Nero site safely, without having to stealth around and whatnot and be very careful about not making any noise. So it really takes care of a number of things, but not only that, it is just one of the easiest ways you will ever get to take out this horde. It's that good, folks. I am crouching down here just to make sure that I don't get hit with the blast. But even if I did, I would probably just be rocked back. I'd probably still stay on the tent. But it's never actually happened to me yet, so happy days. Now, another very important part. When you start to get to low numbers, there is a spot that I like to move to, which I'll show in just a second, for taking out the last of them. So, here we go. That normal Molotov will have taken out so many. I like to go to right here. And that will ensure that they start to come out, start to climb. And, yeah, there we go. There is one reacher in the mix here, which shouldn't take too long to get out. I was really hoping that I'd maybe have a breaker in the mix here, because you start to see some good fights and whatnot with them. But anyhow, that's the horde taken care of. Now, I would normally at this point take the time to take out all the speakers and open up the Nero site, but for the sake of this video, all I'm going to do is show the last most important part, and it's to do with that bike, because you might be able to get it down from the tent area, no problem, but you're going to struggle to get it out of there unless you do this. Go to the map, highlight the bike, and choose the recover bike option. And what you will find is it will take you back to the last area that you were at with the bike before you actually went into the Nero site. And for me, it's right up here on this this hill section. And there we go. That will save you a lot of hassle and time. Okay, on to the next kill location, folks. Right then, on to easy kill location number 10. And this particular one takes place a long way from the sawmill building itself. So the only disadvantage to this particular method is that it will take 2 trips over to the sawmill to get the entire horde. You will not get them all coming over here in one go. And when you see where this location is, you'll understand why. It's a bit further away than the rest of them. And there is another one of those vehicles that I used for an easy kill location before, and very much why I refuse to use that one here, because there's no protection with that one. But here is the line that you need to get onto, this rock area, and do pay attention to it, because it is a very fine line. But you also need to have the bike right there, because when you do, it bumps you off nicely on the left, and you can get nice and easy onto that rock section right there. There are other sections of this rock that you can also get onto, but you will get problems with the horde if you do. If you go to that particular spot right at the top there, you will get no problems whatsoever, and you'll see exactly why once this battle commences. Well, if you can call it a battle. So, as always, when I'm looking to get the horde's attention from this side of the sawmill, this is where I like to go to. Just climb up to this spot here. You get a nice line of sight to take out a few of the numbers, but not only that, you're positioned basically where the horde have to climb in order to get to you. And obviously when they have to climb, it gives you time. So when you eventually leave this spot, you can do so safely. Now, my deacon at this point does have quite a lot of stamina, but if you're earlier game and taking out the sawmill a little bit earlier, just make sure you've got a stamina cocktail on standby for this one, because you do not want to be slowing down. The Horde is heading over to this position. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. But from here, I'm looking to get off the bike, up onto this rock section right here. And this is why this method works so well. Because basically this rock is right beside, albeit a small cliff edge, but it's enough to make one hell of a difference here. You don't get overrun in such a big way like you do in one or two of the other easy kill locations that I've shown. And basically every time that they do get close, they basically fall over that cliff edge there, and they just have to get back up. So you can see them, they're basically doing a loop, and this just makes for a very easy kill location indeed. Again, I'm going with napalm molotovs, but given the time that I'm taking on this Sawmill Horde, I can do this. Obviously, if you're just arrived at Lost Lake, you will not have this luxury. And as always, because I'm quite close to the action here, I always make sure that I've got medkits and bandages, because yeah, see here, I am going to take some damage. So yeah, at this point, the first wave, which is always the larger of the two waves, there's not that many of them left here, so I just go gunplay. It shouldn't take too long here. But yeah, unfortunately, I do have to make a second trip over to the sawmill building in order to get the second wave. Okay, there we go. So at this point I've got a few options. I've still got plenty of bullets, so there's no issue there. I've been mainly using the napalm molotovs, but if you were in a position that you needed more ammunition, obviously the bike is right beside you on the rock there, so you can use saddlebags if you have them. And chances are you will by the time you reach Lost Lakes. So at this point anyways, I'm just looking to get the last of this Horde's attention. And then it's just going to be rinse and repeat. But yeah, because the rest of this lot are at the front section of the sawmill, that's why they're taking their time, and that's why they were I was getting nothing from them in terms of an appearance at the top. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting for a bit here, just making sure I've definitely got the numbers. So from here, that's it. Again, I'm off. Now, this time, I am making sure that they definitely come to my position this second wave. This is probably overkill. I probably don't need to do this because they can see me. But I'm just being ultra cautious here. So again, heading over here, I know that I can get onto the bike by pressing the square button. I get off the bike again very quickly and then get to that rock position. As long as I'm there, you know when you're in the right spot, because you see them starting to loop about. And yeah, not much longer now, and this horde will be done. What the hell, just give them a bit of gunplay with the Chicago chopper here. And again, because of the time that I'm taking on this horde, I do have the luxury of a Chicago chopper. If you are just entering Lost Lake, you will not have that bad boy at your disposal because you only get the Chicago chopper once you reach the south. But that's it. That is the job done and dusted. Yep, very nice sight indeed. Okay, on to the final easy kill location. Right then, on to the 11th and final easy kill location. And worth knowing that this particular method does take a little bit longer to do than the rest of them. The setup is not particularly difficult. You just basically have to make your way over, get the Horde's attention, and then after that it's heading them over to a very specific spot. In fact, the reason this one works so well is that it is very close to the boundaries in which the Horde are prepared to chase you to. Because every Horde in Days Gone, with the exception of the Iron Butte Horde of course, is very territorial. There's only so far they will go before they lose interest. And although this Horde will chase you for quite some way, they do have their limits. Now, this is a fantastic spot to let off a napalm molotov because they are so well congregated. So I'm just going to take the time to hit them with 2 of them right there, because it's never a bad thing to get their numbers down. As I said at the start of this run, it does take quite a while to do, and you'll see why as this goes on. So I want an attractor there just to try and hold their attention for a bit, and this is how I'm looking to access this set of rocks here. And from here, they do start behaving very strangely indeed. So I'm getting another couple of grenades into play here, just again to try and take down some of the numbers. And we'll get some of them heading up the rock face here. They won't quite manage to make it to you. But from here, some of them will head over to my left, and then a lot of the other ones, you're seeing this already, they're starting to lose interest and they're starting to just walk away. But what this basically means is you've got some very easy target practice here. So the ones that are fairly close at the moment are the ones that I can still hit with the Chicago chopper. Yeah, I'm taking the time to take out some of those freakers, and then I will eventually come off this position because I'm going to have to coax the rest of the Horde to get them back over here. But in the meantime, yeah, we'll have to take care of these ones first of all. And then, yeah, those ones are still in range, just. So at this point, I am going to start to head down towards their position. You will start to see 1 or 2 of them running back. Now, when I'm at this spot on the rock, I am vulnerable. The freakers can get to me. But right now there is so few of them that I'm just basically taking the time to take out the numbers from here. And the next part is quite lengthy because it basically involves just taking out as many as you can and then heading back over towards the sawmill in order to get the rest of the Horde. So I'll just let this play out until I have the second wave of the SAWMILL HORDE in play.
Ah, shit, more of them!
Right then, that's me safely taking out the first wave, so I'm basically just coming back to this area now to make sure I get the last of them. And I am going to take them back to the same kill location, because when the numbers are fewer, you do actually get a slightly different reaction from them. And you'll see exactly what I mean. I get that again, that barrel there, that was no more than just making sure there was a lot of noise. Not bothered about getting a whole load of freaker kills there. But this part here is still quite handy. They are congregating again there so well. I'm just going to use another couple of napalm Molotovs, and that will get the numbers down nicely. So eventually, when I get to this top section, just wait and see what happens with them. Yeah, and I'm waiting for them. I just want to make sure they all know exactly where I'm heading. So again, it's this line right up here. That's how you get onto that rock section. So at this point again, they are starting to look like they're losing interest again, but just watch what happens, because I am eventually going to come down a bit. Keep on coming down. Now I am starting to get their attention. So at this point now, their numbers, they're not getting up here very quickly, so I'm reasonably safe at this point, but yeah, I am now starting to get all of the numbers up here, so I am going to adjust this position. And the easiest way to do this, just come off this rock section. You'll actually see them all of a sudden start to run over that way. And then I'll head back up here again. And from here, now, yes, I have full control over them. They are all heading up here, and would you bloody believe it? I've actually had one of them get to my position. Very rarely that does actually happen, but there we go. First time for everything. So, at this point now, I'm staying on this rock section here because they generally just can't get to this spot at all. And they congregate very nicely here, so it requires nothing more than gunplay to finish them off at this point. And this won't take long now. Although the entire run has taken quite some time, but at the same time, it's a fairly safe way of taking out the Horde. And one of the few that doesn't require you to use the bike too much either, so... Can't be that many left now. That bar at the top is showing me virtually nothing, so we're definitely down to the last 10 freakers or so. Come on, I'm waiting for the screen prompt. There we go. Finally. And yeah, as expected, you always seem to have one or two extra. But there we go. Job done. Okay, on to the next method. Right then, as always, I like to include a stealth option for anybody who chooses to take out the Horde in this fashion. Now, although I wouldn't recommend it for this particular Horde, if you are going to do it, this is how I would recommend you going about it. Because there are very few areas indeed where you can successfully attempt to take them out in this way. Now, before I even start getting the Horde's attention, I'm going to make sure to place a couple of proximity bombs. They are going to be used later on because the Horde always discovers you at some point before you've actually managed to take out all their numbers. And when they do eventually start coming after me, yeah, I've got a few surprises for them. Now, I want 3 remote bombs in place as well. The first one very specifically beside that barrel because I will get quite a few kills with that one. But the other 2 at the back are purely for diversion purposes. If I feel the Horde is getting too close, I will set off those ones in the hope that the freakers will start to back away from my position. That is the plan. But we'll see how this goes. Anyways, this is the area where it's all going to take place from, so I like to basically get over to, yep, about that area there. Basically want as far forward as possible because the Horde is still quite some way away from me. Eventually, they will get close enough where I can use napalm Molotovs. But my first course of attack is going to be grenades. But before I do any of that, yeah, I'm going with the flashbangs. I've got plenty of them. I want to make sure that there's a good number of freakers out before I start to employ the grenades. Right, okay, here we go. Now we've got some good numbers, so first attractor is out. Now I'm going to hit them hard with grenades. So yep, a well enough group there. Here we go. This is a tried and tested method. Basically, as the grenade goes off, the horde basically go into the blast radius to investigate, and you just get that next grenade out there. Okay, so far so good. Now, I want an next attractor in place because, yeah, you can already see they're getting curious as to what's going on near myself here. And yeah, at that point I'm just looking to get the first remote bomb done there. That's taken out a few, so now I'm going to go with Molotovs. So right now this is going very well. I've taken out basically half the numbers. No direct threats at the moment because they're well away from me. But it won't stay like this forever, I assure you. Okay, so at this point now I'm going with pipe bombs. I am saving the napalm Molotovs until near the end, because when they get to the stage where they're close enough that I can throw napalm Molotovs, they're not that far away from discovering you, so you really need to be careful, and when you do go with the napalm Molotovs, go with them in a big way. Okay, so far so good. Another attractor. Again, I just want to keep them at a reasonable distance. Or pipe bombs. Okay, this is where I'm getting ready for the napalm Molotovs. I've got 2 attractors in play here now. I'll get a reasonable grouper on both of them. Now I'm going with these bad boys. Another one up there just for the hell of it. Yep, I'm going to get action here very soon. I'm not far off being spotted. And there we go. Now they've found me. So, the proximity bombs, I'm going to make very good use of these. That's the first lot, and I'll get a few more kills with the logs as they basically come down. Here I'm looking again just to bunch them, that's why I'm running the way I am. Very nice. There's not many now, so I do have another attractor that I can use, albeit I'm going to have to create one. But there we go, and yep, I've got a couple of pipe bombs as well. This should take care of the last of them. And there we go. Job done. If you want to take them out mainly with stealth, that is the way I suggest you do it. There is 1 or 2 other options where you can basically go to the very top of the sawmill roof and try taking them out that way, especially at night because they're in their pit area. But again, you will encounter the same problem. So, on to the last method, folks. Right then, now that this matinee of mayhem is almost at an end, I thought I'd finish off this video with an unusual run. I don't normally show these type of runs, but it is a no shots fired run. Made very famous by the days gone guru Sponicus Rex, who does do it in a rather different way to what I do. I'm not really so much for laying remote bombs and proximity bombs. I am just going to run with grenades and napalm Molotovs at very specific points. So I'm starting off getting 3 grenades into the pit there. Then I'm looking to head to this point here very specifically because I'm going to hit them hard with 2 napalm Molotovs. From here I'm purposefully going onto the roof. Then I want to do a dive roll. That gets me over that section because I know there is freakers heading to my direction there. If you try to not go over the roof section, you will get caught by the freakers. No 2 ways about it. So from here I've got an attractor placed down. Then I'm going to one of the highest points that you can get in the sawmill. And this point is fantastic because it gives you so many options, not to mention a lot of time. So 1 grenade's down there. I'm going to make a point of getting another couple of napalm molotovs, but that's going to be it, because the next lot of napalm molotovs, I have a very specific area indeed for using them, because this is how you get the horde bunched up super well in this back section. It's all to do with these log areas. So here we go, this is the first. There we go, look at this. Very nice. Moving on to this one up here. Again, very nice. Yeah, just taking the time to create another 3. May not need them all, but I certainly need at least another 2. So at that point, I'm basically heading over this direction here. This is just basically to bring the horde over to this area, purely because I want to get back to that top section again. Again, it's just giving me time, and it is super safe as well. So that tractor should be doing its thing nicely here. And now, yep, I'm just going to go with the napalm molotov to finish. There shouldn't be too many left after this. And any that are left, that's what the attractor bomb's for. This will clean them up very nicely. And this will take care of the run. And there we go, folks. That is the SAWMILL horde well and truly taken care of. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.